Adam LZ here. I'm gonna teach you how to do a truck driver. When you're first learning how to drive your truck, you probably want to do it out of a bowl or something with a little bit of a kicker. You don't really want to drive trucks out of banks because, you know, it's way more difficult to learn on. I'll kind of explain how you do a truck driver out of a bank once you get into it. 360 Barspin, if you don't know, that's what's considered driving a truck. Not like brr. So when you get your fly out, you're gonna want to be comfortable 360ing out of it. You're gonna want to be comfortable bar spinning out of it. The key to trucks is to being able to kind of push your bike away from you. Not so much pushing, but you want to be in that setup for a bar spin where you're kind of like, your legs are straight in back, your center of weight is in the middle, but your ass is kind of out. So, you know, when you throw your bars, you're fine. The time that you throw your bars all depends on what you like to do. Obviously, you want to throw your bars the opposite way that you spin. It'll make it a hell of a lot easier. You can do it the other way, but it's more difficult. So you're gonna want to go out, and I tend to throw mine at about 90 to 180 degrees. Depending on the fly out, you might want to throw it earlier, you might want to throw it later. So some people like to drive their trucks with a bus driver. That really doesn't make much sense to me, but it's much easier. You won't lose your bars as much, you know, it'll kind of keep your bike up. You could flick them as well. It all depends on how you enjoy doing the trick or whatever's easiest for you. Another thing that I find people often overlook in how-tos is your feet. When you do truck drivers, or at least when I do them, my feet tend to lift up. I don't know why, maybe it's because of the way I do my bar spins. But again, you want to really like pinch your seat with your legs, the inside of your calves, just to kind of keep it stable. And with your feet, I tend to move mine into the cranks just as a safety in case my foot moves off the pedal. You may do it differently, but again, you're gonna wanna come up, you're gonna wanna spin a slight bit harder than you would for a 360. The mellower the ramp, the more like oomph you wanna spin with. You know, out of banks and out of mellow things with less of a lip, you're gonna have to pull hard, but you're gonna have to focus a lot on spinning because I don't know why, it's really weird, but you need to just like kind of flick it and just turn like triple as hard and just sling the bars and kind of hope for it. And then the more you do them, the easier they'll get. Fucking bulldozer messing up my audio. If you're having trouble getting the full rotation and like carving a little bit harder isn't working for you, just remember to keep your head turned. If you're looking at your bars too much, that might slow your rotation. With all spin tricks, keeping your head turned will really bring you around. I'm gonna keep on losing my voice. This fucking tractor shit. Ugh. So with the truck driver, you're gonna want to make sure your threes are the right way. If you're too like, if you're like penciled out and your front end's kind of high up, it's gonna be difficult. If you're too dipped and you're like bar up and your bar's in the air, it's not gonna be a good time. So you're gonna want to kind of come out. There'll be a clip playing as I'm saying this right now, clip rolling, and then so basically you're gonna want to kind of be like pushed out. You kind of like, when you go up the lip, you kind of push the bars out, throw them, and you like pick it up a little bit, so you like land back wheel first. They take a little while. They're a frustrating trick to learn. It's kind of like tail whips where you just got to keep trying them. But if you have something big and you have like other people that know how to do it, wait, no, that's kind of like the point of this how-to. But yeah, so I mean, hopefully you guys can get it. And I'm losing my voice because race car.